All right, so good morning, everyone. How's it going? Happy Sunday. So we're going to go over a couple different things, but first and foremost, we're going to go over what we're planning out for the week. Just trying to keep track of time so I don't spend too much time on this. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you guys where to find this calendar so you know for future reference. So if you are not part of Team Anchored by Fitness page on Facebook, this is what it looks like. There is a More tab, and if you go to the Files section, that's where you'll find this calendar. And you're going to want to click the calendar that says 2021 AMP Beachbody Content Calendar. When you double click that, you're going to open up a PDF that you could save to your computer, and then you don't have to ever download this again, which is pretty awesome. I obviously have it downloaded, but I wanted to show you guys what it looks like, where to find it. And then from here, you're going to go to May or whatever month you're in. And we're going to start with the calendar. So this is a really great tool for you to use on top of your business activity tracker. And if you're a new coach, we're going to actually go over this on the next call. So don't feel like well, I don't know what that is and where is it? We're going to go over that. But for those of you that have been around, you use this in addition to your business activity tracker. This gives you extra content to talk about if you're the kind of person that's like, I don't know what to talk about. What should I be talking about in my stories? So again, you don't have to use this, but if you feel like you need support in it, this is where you'll go to get it. So today is the 16th. They give the idea of your favorite thing. So what's your favorite TV or Netflix show to binge on? So this is a great idea where you can go into your stories and just say, like, you know, for me, Chris, where did we just start watching?
Shadow and Bones.
Okay, so there's a show called Shadow and Bones. It's like in the top 10 of Netflix. So I could go to my stories and be like, all right, so like, listen, like, you know, on the weekends, Chris and I have been watching the show. And I strongly encourage you to also get comfortable, like talking, using like your significant other's name and things like that too. So people get to like know who you are as a person as well. Also, quick side note, if you have children and you don't feel comfortable using their names, I do know, and some people are like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do know that there are people that I follow that have really big accounts. This one girl, she's a Disney blogger, and she calls her daughter Sharky, and like everyone knows her as Sharky. I don't know what the girl's real name is, but she refers to her girl as Sharky. So regardless, you could go into your stories and talk about like, this is a show I'm watching with my kids. This is a show watching with my significant other. But like, we're almost done with it. And what's something that you suggest that we do? And then you put a question sticker. I strongly encourage you guys to start videoing yourself as well on Instagram stories. You could do up to 60 seconds, which is 4 slides on your Instagram stories. And if you need more help with that, you can ask your upline. They'll send you some videos on how to actually use that. But that's something I definitely suggest you guys use as well. Monday is recognize a coach or a challenger. So this is where you can go into the Fit Bod Squad and you can always say like, hey, listen, it's Motivation Monday. I'll probably do this tomorrow. It's Motivation Monday. Everybody drop your transformation below and what program you're using or whatever. And people will drop pictures of themselves, coaches, challengers, all those other things. And you could just go onto your stories and flip your camera around on your phone so they see your computer. And you could be like, look at all these women in our Fit Bods, you know, scrolling. This is me scrolling. Look at all the Fit Bod Squad women showing up and like holding themselves accountable on their journey and like talking about that in your stories. It's super important to, oh, there's someone trying to get in. Oh my God, there's a whole bunch of people trying to get in. I gotta wait a second. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I didn't see you guys trying to get in. My apologies. Sorry. Just mute yourself, guys. I'm on Monday. Sorry. Shayna, you're new. I'm sorry. I didn't see you waiting. I apologize. Okay. So for those of you that are just hopping in, we're going over the calendar. I went over where to find this, so when you watch the recording, you can see where to find it. But it's really important that you guys are sharing not just you. I mean, it's great to share your transformation, but I make it a point to shout out my coaches. I talk about my challengers. I actually have a challenger that messaged me the other day and she said something really nice about the Fit Bod Squad community. And she's not a discount coach. She's not a working coach or anything like that. She's just a challenger. And I plan on using a screenshot of that and like covering her face in the message so people can't see who she is, and like using that in my stories and talking about that. People want to see that it's an actual community. I think the biggest thing that we have to overcome as coaches is that people think that it's just coaches doing this. And it's important that people know it's challengers and coaches, and you need to share that side of it as well. Tuesday is uplifting. Share how you overcame an obstacle in your life or your business. So we've all been through different things in our lives. You go into your stories and talk about it. I'll probably I talk about this a lot, but I might talk about C-section recovery and how I'm recovering from two C-sections 22 months apart from one another, and how I am modifying my workouts still because, you know, like the epidural and in your back and blah, 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 all the boring things you don't want to hear about if you've never had children. But I can also talk about like my hip deformity. You know, this is something else I talk about around this time of year is that it's, okay. Something else I talk about around this time of year is that Chris's mother's birthday is in May, not May, June. And I never got to meet her before she passed away. So like I talk about her a lot around this time of year, and how like I overcame like not having a relationship with my mother-in-law, and how everybody always complains about their mother-in-law, but like I wish I had the opportunity to meet my mother-in-law. So it can be different things. It could also just be like your workouts themselves, or if you've been a binge eater or something. You want people to get to know you on different levels, and that's something, you know, that you could put into your stories. Wednesday is be the expert. So talk about any strategy or life hack that's working well with you right now. Again, I'm a mother, if you don't know. So like I could go in my stories and talk about sleep training. I could talk about how I didn't even know these existed, but Carter's has the pajamas that it's a zip up, but it's like t-shirt and pants and t-shirt and shorts. And like, that's incredible because my infant is like a hot sleeper. So like she gets like really uncomfortable if she's like really hot at night and she won't sleep through the night. So like, I'm really excited that Carter's has those. And I can like say something like, do you know where I could find other ones like that? Drop it in this question box here. It could just be something as simple like I have this amazing bottle brush set that every time I talk about it, people always want the link for it. I wear glasses and my glasses fog up when I wear a mask. So I found this really awesome spray that now when I wear my mask, my glasses don't fog up. And I wish I'd found it earlier in quarantine, but I have it now. So, I mean, it literally doesn't have to necessarily be that kind of hack. If you use avocados, there are some people that still don't know about the avocado knife. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like a 3-in-1 tool. It cuts the avocado and like it has like these spikes in it that you can put in the center, and it pulls the seed out and stuff. Don't overthink these things. It can be something super simple that you use in your everyday life that people like just don't know. Thursday is Throwback Thursday. So this can be like, pictures of you like from back in the day. You can go into your stories like, so for example, I was in a sorority. I really don't talk about that, but I could talk about like how that was something that was really important to me because I am the oldest out of 4 and my siblings lived in California, and I wanted like that sisterhood of like community where I was away at college. And like, I don't know, show pictures of me. And like, that could also tie into like, that was one of the heaviest points in my life and most unhealthy points in my life. So I could show pictures of that and people could see obviously that I was unhealthier at that time. And then just relate it all back to my health and wellness journey. Now, Friday is promote yourself. So reintroduce your business and share how you serve others. So if you are new and this is something you've never done before, you could just go into your stories and be like, you know, this is something I never thought I was going to do, unless it was. Maybe it was something you always wanted to do, but I know for me, I never wanted to do it. So you can go into your stories and be like, this is something that I genuinely never wanted to do, something I didn't think that I was going to want to be a part of, but you know, I fell in love with the community. Maybe you were someone that was a gym goer and then you stop going to the gym and now like you do this and you never thought you get good workouts at home. And you
Time will tell.
And you want to invite people to be a part of that. And Saturday is Get Personal. So share a book you're currently reading. If you are not reading a book, but you listen to podcasts, podcasts are a really good thing to share. I know Paulina and Rebecca and Jenna.
Sorry, but he's proven that he doesn't really have the emotional capacity for someone like her.
One second.
She
Okay. Sorry guys. Then I know like those people that I just mentioned, like they're really, and I'm sure other people, but I'm just thinking about the people that I see a lot. They're really good at like, they actually record the screen of the podcast that they're watching or the motivational video that they're watching, and they share it in their stories. So that's something you could do as well. If you have the Bar Blend, I don't have them downstairs, the Bar Blend affirmation cards, you can also use those. They're not a book, but they're still affirmations and they're still cards. You can talk about those in your stories. And that's content. Before I go on, does anyone have questions just about like content and like how to plan it? Now, you could also use this in your actual post on your Instagram. So when I talk about your actual post on Instagram, I'm like talking about this stuff, like your actual squares on Instagram. So like you could like, for example, I actually did a post about like a hack. So like I told you guys about the mask hack. So this one right here is a reel, but it's me talking about the hack. So if you click it, it shows me like using the product, well, before using the product and then after using the product. And then like I wrote in the comments, like, if you're interested in the link, like comment below, I'll send you the link. So it doesn't necessarily need to, just be on your stories. You could also use it on your Instagram, but I do encourage you to do it in different ways. So what I mean by that is like, don't make a graphic and put it in your Instagram stories and then take that same graphic and put it on your post. You want people to see different things and get different emotions. The way that it was always described to me and Jenna was that your Instagram story should be like a snapshot of your day and more of like a video diary, so to speak. And then your actual Instagram post is a picture, if that makes sense. So that's why you'll see a lot of people talking more in their stories. And then your actual post is like a post. All right. So like I said, is there anything that you guys have questions about with like content? If you do, you can unmute yourself and then I'll go over other things that you need to know for the week. No question is a stupid question, just so you know. Like, seriously. Except maybe like, what company do I work for? That's a pretty stupid question. You should know you work for Beachbody.
What day is it?
What?
I said, what day is it? I'm just kidding.
It's Sunday. Stupid.
No question, stupid.
All right. So if there are no other questions, the only other thing I want to go over with you guys is what we have planned for this week. So Jenna's downline. So if Jenna is your personally sponsored coach, or if I am your personally sponsored coach, we have calendars, Google calendars that are actually synced to your phone because we're neurotic and crazy like that. And we like to help you guys so you don't feel lost and you don't have questions. So you already have this in your calendar, but if you don't have this or you haven't synced yourself to the calendar yet, just very quickly. So Monday the 17th, at 8:00 is the Dream Team call. So these are like our weekly calls that we get on. Melanie is our grandma upline, I guess is the way to explain it. She used to be the top coach in the company. She's still an amazing leader in the company. And she usually has speakers or she'll do trainings with us, but that's on Mondays, every single Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not in the Dream Team page, there is on Facebook an actual Dream Team page. So you just go to You type in the dream team and it will come up. If you're not a part of it, you'll have to request to be a part of it. And then it'll ask you who your upline is. And then Melanie will like fact check that. And then they'll add you in. But that's really great information. They also put the recordings in there. So if you can't make them live, there is a recording. Then on Wednesday, we have our Be a Coach for a Week happy hour. I'm sorry, our What is Coaching happy hour. So this is a great opportunity. And I'm going to talk about this in my stories all week. So not only am I going to talk about this stuff, I'm also going to talk about our Be a Coach for a Week sneak peek. So this is a great way for you to invite to coaching, let people hear what it's like to be a coach. I typically go on my stories and I say something like, you know, I did this the other day. I said, one thing I'm really good at sharing is like my actual workouts, and I'm good at sharing my meals, but I'm really bad about sharing an opportunity for you to come see what it's like to be a coach for free. And then I say like, so we're hosting a Zoom call on Wednesday where you can come see what it's like to be a coach, hear different stories from coaches on our team as to why they're coaching, whether it be part-time, full-time, hobby coach, whatever the case may be. Learn more about the coaches and the diverse women in our community. You know, and there's no strings attached. Like if they come and they're like, I hate this, then nothing happens. So if you've had someone that you think would make a good coach, or you have someone that you're thinking might make a good discount coach or preferred customer, this is a great way to invite them to that. A lot of us started as preferred customers or discount coaches. I know that that's the way that I started. So it's really a great way for those kinds. Even if you have discount coaches already signed up underneath you, I always, every single month, I message all my discount coaches and I say, hey, listen, like, I know that you want nothing to do with coaching. However, we do have a coaching, What is Coaching happy hour sneak peek. And in case you've changed your mind in the past 30 days, this is when it is. Are you interested in coming to listen to it? The worst thing they tell me is no, I'm still not interested. Like, what else are they going to do? What's up?
I just want to say something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Are in my downline, drop your email in here so I can add you to the Google. Like, you are part of my personally sponsored downline, not Amanda's. And then as far as Wednesday, the Coach Story happy hour, if you, like, I know Lindsay, a few of you are on here, have never been on one. So this is something that is really good for you, even though you already are coaches, to hop on and listen to, number one, because you get to hear some of their stories and you can relate. And then also, every time we get on them, we'll like take videos of their stories and put them on our stories to share, which is good because people watching could hear something that is like, oh, I'm totally the same way. And it's just also good to hop on and support your team. And then like, you're never too new to invite to it. So if you have like a friend or a sister or somebody who has been watching you just even like do the workouts or drink the Shakeology, invite them. Like, just, they may hear something that is just life-changing for them. So that's all I want to say.
And like I said, guys, like, the worst thing that they're going to say is no, thank you, or no. I mean, like, it's not going to be like, ew, I can't believe you asked me to be a part of that. That's disgusting. Go away from me. They're not going to do that to you, especially if there's someone that you consider like a friend. And then when it comes to inviting people that maybe you don't have a close relationship with, I'm never icky about it. Like, if you know me, I used to do direct sales in my early 20s. I used to do Mary Kay. So I am not about being icky because I was icky. But I'll just say something like, let's say Rebecca was watching my stories, but I don't know her from college. And she just like found me on Instagram and she followed me, but she watches my stories every single day. What I typically do is I'll go to her and I'll message her, and I usually send a voice message because that's who I am. I like the voice message. And I'll say something like, hey, Rebecca, listen, I just wanted to reach out to you and say thank you so much for watching my stories and supporting me on my social media. I don't know if you saw this or not, but I'm hosting a What is Coaching happy hour sneak peek on Wednesday. Would you be interested in checking out what I do as a coach? That's it. I don't make it like overcomplicated. And if she says like, no, thank you, that's not something I'm interested in, then I just say, that's okay. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you so much for continuing to support me. And I look forward to continuing to following you on your social media account. Like, that's it. Like, it doesn't have to be awkward or anything like that. There are many women that I've invited that have told me no thank you, but still continue to follow me on Instagram, still continue to follow me on Facebook because I'm not icky about it. You know what I mean? And sorry, there's something in the chat. Oh, and then I feel like that was all I wanted to say about that. And then the other thing, I think that was it. So yeah, so Wednesday is the What is Coaching Happy Hour sneak peek, and then Monday is the Dream Team call. Oh good, I'm making good time. Anybody have any questions or anything like that about anything for the week?
Just a reminder, this Wednesday, I think they're announcing that new product.
Oh my gosh, yeah, duh, thank you. So Wednesday is a huge day. Sorry, I completely forgot. Wednesday the 19th, Carl Deichler is going to be, he's the CEO of the company. He's going to be going live in Team Beachbody 411, which is also a page on here. Team Beachbody 411. So you can go in here. It's also going to be on the Beachbody Champions page, which is, it's also on here as well. And I forget the time. I want to say it's 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock Pacific Time. This is me motioning to California. So he's going to be going, so if you don't know, there's a huge merger that's happening in Beachbody right now between two other companies. And we're going to be actually getting our own like version of a Peloton bike. There's going to be additions to supplements, other things that are going to be announced, and all that is happening on Wednesday. So it's a really, really, really big day. So we'll in the chat, Jenna or I or someone else will remind you guys on Wednesday when it's happening so you can be a part of it. But same thing, if you can't watch it live because you're working out or something like that, not working out, if you're working or something like that, it will be recorded. You will be able to go back to it. But realistically, guys, like as they're announcing really big things, like we're probably all going to be blowing up the chat, like talking about it anyway. But you will have a chance to go back and watch it live as well. Okay, other questions, comments? Thank you for that, Rebecca. Jenna, did I forget anything? No, right? All right, friends, so that's pretty much it. So on Sundays, just so you know, this is usually what we do for like the first 20 to 30 minutes. We go over the calendar, we go over to what we should be talking about. And then what we do is we do something called like a silent power hour or silent power half hour, where everybody just mutes themselves and you can use the business activity tracker to start going through your business. Again, if you are brand spanking new, which I know some of you are, I'm going to go over this on the call at 9 o'clock, but you could literally just go to business. Oh, hold on. Probably should write Beachbody business activity tracker. And then, sweetheart, hold on a second. I think I can use this one. So the first one, there you go. The first one, you can print this out. I know that some people will print it out and then laminate it at Staples. So I think for like 50 cents or something like that. So you could just continuously use it all the time. But if you want to print it out, it's for every single day of the week. And it's literally a tracker for you to track everything in your business and make sure you're doing the things that you should be doing. So this is what we use when we sit down to do our business activity tracking. You also could this could be a time where you're maybe, you could shut your screen off on your video. Maybe if this is the only time you know you're going to be able to get into your stories today, go into your stories and talk about, something. Make a reel if this is the time that you only have to make a reel for today, or a TikTok. This could be the time that you're taking pictures and starting to write out posts for the week, all those other things. Or this could be the time that you're just going in and like following people on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. It's whatever you want to do. And then, like I said, it's a silent hour, but if you need something or you need support or whatever, you can always just unmute yourself really, because I guess if we're all muted, no one's going to see or hear the chat. But you can unmute yourself and you can ask questions. Again, no question is a stupid question. So you can always ask them, especially like if you're still new. A lot of us have been doing, some of us have been doing this for like years. So don't feel like you should know something and you don't know it, and like you're like the worst person in the world for not knowing it or anything like that. Anything else?
I was gonna say, like, if you're a newer coach and you don't have like a calendar or something, so what I have is the sheet planner, which this is created by Melanie, who's our like top coach in the company. It is made for social media planning. So I use this, but even if you get like, I also have this like a calendar on Amazon where you can like write out your post ideas. Or if like you're not a pen and paper person, you can put it in your phone. If you have like your own Google Calendar, whatever works best for you. Just so you know what you're going to be talking about throughout the week.
It looks like a lot of new people on this call. So welcome. And I also just want to say, just further like piggybacking on Jenna, just coming from my personal experience, if you don't, Kate, if you don't get organized, you're going to like crash and burn and freak out and think that you can't do this, and you can. So just remember that if you stay organized and keep on top of like your content planning, like it takes like, honestly, like a solid hour to hour and a half of work a day, and you can split that up between your day. So just remember, if you don't get organized and know what you're doing each day, you're going to crash and burn and feel so overwhelmed. But if you use this day to really plan out your week properly, and like even with your meals and stuff, I find so much success in it, and I don't miss gaps, and I don't feel like this is crazy, because it is a lot of work. It's not an easy thing to do. It's just, you have to get organized. So I just wanted to put that in there.
Yeah, you can save yourself a lot of trouble throughout the week. Like, I don't know what to talk about. Like, you know, if you just have some kind of plan as to what you want to talk about. That's it. That's all, I think.
I love the big turnout though.
So we'll do this for until about 9 o'clock. And then if you are a brand new coach, I am going to be doing a,
you don't want to miss that call if you're a new coach. Just saying.
It's great. But if you can't, if you have to like go to church or something like that at 9 o'clock, then you can. Why? People go to church.
I know, it's just funny.
Or I don't know, whatever else. Maybe, I don't know. I was going to make another witty comment, but I couldn't think of it. So I'm just going to pass through that. If you can't be here at 9 o'clock, regardless, I am going to record that as well. And like that thing that Jenna just showed up, the sheet planner and stuff like that, I actually talk about that in the 9 o'clock call. And I actually have a link for that as well. I give you guys the link to go purchase that if you want to purchase it. I have links, I think, to all the Beachbody Facebook groups and all that other fun stuff for you. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to stop recording here.